You know, sometimes I miss when, because now I used to do the bad job of raising revenue and used to do the easy job of sharing. That time you're not as vocal as you are now. But anyway, that is one under the bridge. So we have agreed, you know, at least you have the advantage of presenting at the floor of the House. So we've agreed with members that we will minimize the interactions so that we can actually debate and give this opportunity to stakeholders that will not have a chance to speak at the floor of the House. But I would like to just say two things that you may not have mentioned. The RMLF that you're posing to reduce, I want you to pull up that schedule of RMLF. So it's important that Kenyans know this levy that we call RMLF, what does it go to do? This is the money that goes to repair our rural roads across the country. And there, I think that print is too small. You want to just for the budget of 24-25 alone, there was 3.68 billion shillings that went across the 47 different counties in the country to repair the roads, so that the people in Turi, in my constituency, are able to take their produce from the farm to the market. And this money is one of the funds that are equitably distributed across the country. Just to give an example, Mombasa received 45 million shillings. Where you come from, Murang'a received, how much is Murang'a? 94.7 million shillings. Where I come from, Nakuru received 183 million shillings. Nairobi received 120 million shillings. So which would mean, essentially, that if we reduce RMLF, the truth is, consequently, we will have to reduce the money that goes to repair our roads, our constituencies. That's number one. Number two, on the issue of exempts, okay, and again, RMLF is not the purview of this committee, but the reduction of VATs. If we go with your proposal, Honorable Ndindi Nyoro, I want to tell you for a fact, if the current VAT on fuel is 8%, so if we take VAT on fuel from exempt, or from 8% standard rates to exempt, that will actually increase the price of fuel. Why am I saying that? How does exempt status work? If the current rate is 8%, so it means that importers or aggregators or whoever is involved in the fuel business will go and claim input VAT. But if we make fuel exempt, that would mean they will not be able to claim their input VAT. And that would mean that they will have to transfer the cost of their input to the consumers. So if we would take your proposal number C, reduce VAT by 8% and classify the products as exempt, all the professionals here will tell you the price of fuel would actually go up and not reduce.